I'm doing my cleaning, I thought I'd come on and have a little rant about this universal credit and the government. Anyway, single mums are seriously being scammed by the system. When we had to transfer from working tax credits to universal credit, because they were doing away with working tax credits, we were told, oh, everything will be the same, there's nothing to worry about, it's just with you going on to this now. Yeah, what they didn't tell you is going to be without any money for 2 months. So you end up going to food banks and God knows what. Then you have to have a load of bloody interviews. They want to know your bank details, who has what, when, what day, why, what time you go for a shit. You name it, they want to know. You got to go trotting off down to the job centre like some benefit scrounger. Bearing in mind you've worked all your life. Anyway, when they eventually sort your money out, it's monthly, which don't work because you used to having the other one weekly. And the original working tax credit went on your annual self-assessment. So whatever you put through when you did your tax return, your take-home pay, that's what they worked it all out on, your annual figures. This one wants you to put your figures in every month. And then there's this, what they call a minimum income floor, which is M.I.F for short. I know it's a myth, alright, because this minimum income floor is what they predict you could earn in that month. So they work out roughly what they think hours you could be doing. Then they times that by the minimum wage, and voila, they get their minimum income floor payment. So, this is just an example. Mine is set at 1,200 quid for the month, right? Which, I suppose if my salon's busy all day, it's doable. But hairdressing hasn't been the same since COVID and one thing after another, blah, blah, blah. So we aren't earning the same as we used to. Anyway, nobody can make no sense of this minimum income floor and what it actually means. So let me tell you this little bit of a backstory. October, went to dentist. Ticked all the boxes on universal credit. Never thought no more about it. And then last week, I got a letter for a fine, fixed term penalty notice, whatever you call them, from the dentist, because I'm not in receipt of any benefits, so I've got to pay £127, I think it was. So I sends in, I emails them in and says, what's this for? I'm on universal credit. So then they said, oh, well, you need to send us in your statement for that month to prove it. So I sends in this statement. Now, October was a rubbish month, which it always is in the hairdressing industry because everybody's doing the Christmas shopping. So my take-home pay on this statement was £500. But it's got this minimum income floor on there, £1,200. Right? They emailed me back saying you're not entitled to free NHS dental treatment because your take-home pay is more than £935. It's £1,200. So I had a look on this statement and I'm like, no, hang on a minute, my take-home pay was £500. The £1,200 is the minimum income floor payment. I didn't get that amount. I got £500. But no, they're going off the minimum income floor. So, don't matter what you earn, if you earn anything less than that, it don't matter. They're going to pretend that you've earned that £1,200 because they've predicted that. So now, instead of going on your nice annual tax return and your actual real wage, your take-home pay that you have to live on, they're going on this made-up figure that they've decided to call a minimum income floor, because that's what they've predicted you're going to earn. So anything below that, they're just going to discard it and just bill you for everything that you would have got free on working tax credits. Make that make sense, because I can't. It's not just me that this has happened to. I also know another single working mum who's self-employed that's also had a fine from the dentist. So it looks like you don't get free NHS dental treatment anymore if you're on a low income and you're a single self-employed mum. We also don't get any help with council tax. Just for the record, we have to pay the full council tax. That means we won't get any help with prescriptions either, or glasses, or whatever else they get when they're on benefits. So it's kind of not worth going to work anymore. You can go to Job Centre to question this minimum income floor. Their solution is you get a second job to make up the difference. Now, when you've got a house full of kids, there is not enough hours in the day to be doing one job, never mind trying to get a second job. I mean, what do they expect my kids to be doing while I'm doing two jobs? Roaming the streets? Smoking crack? Because that's what's going to end up happening if they all just left to their own devices, because single mums have got to start doing two jobs. And that's another thing. Salons don't really employ people anymore. It's rent a chair. So you're still going to be self-employed. So it's still not a guarantee. You're still going to hit that minimum income floor. Most of the hair and beauty industry are self-employed single mums. So the government has just about killed that industry too now. Because there won't be just me that's in this position. So I'm going to work just to pay the gas bill and the food bill. Everything else is potluck because there's nothing left after that. And then I'm getting fines from the dentist. So the government's budget claims of getting millions of kids out of poverty is absolute BS. If you go to Citizen Advice and see what they can help you with, they advise you, have you claimed child maintenance? Another government system that's failed us. So we've got no hope. Absolutely no bloody hope. Come day, go day, let's have a fucking another day. Same shit, different day. So if anybody's got a miracle for this dilemma, let me know. So for anyone out there that's got to go to the dentist, that's on this universal credit or your prescriptions or whatever, according to the dentist or wherever this fine came from, you've got to be earning less than £935 to get qualified for free dental treatment. And the minimum income floor, according to them, is £1,200, so I have to pay for dentists. So check your minimum income floor, check your wages. If you've got a massive difference, just be careful, because you could get stung with a nice penalty like I have.